Live, this is News 8 at 11.
New at 11 tonight, new pictures just in of the world's most wanted man. Take a look. French police are looking for this man accused in the attacks on the city of Paris. We've got the very latest as police search for him in a live report.
This as the world comes together, holding prayers, vigils, and moments of silence for the victims, even students right here in New Haven.
Dozens of people still in critical condition tonight from those deadly attacks in Paris. I'm Ann Craig.
I'm Darren Kramer. The search intensifying tonight, too, for the terror suspects linked to that ISIS plot. Happening now, more than 150 raids and 23 arrests have happened across France and Belgium. 8 suspects, 7 of them dead here. But police are now looking for one man, this guy right here. That is Salah Abdeslam, a 26-year-old French national. He's apparently the one who got out of the attacks alive. The others set off suicide belts, killing themselves and 129 others. Tonight, ABC's Elizabeth Hur is live with the very latest on the search for answers. Elizabeth.
Good evening to you. U.S. security experts are now studying the new threat from ISIS after the release of a 12-minute video praising the attacks in Paris and vowing D.C. is next.
Police thought they had him cornered, but the target has slipped their grasp for the second time. And now the manhunt for the suspected 8th attacker, Salah Abdeslam, is intensifying. The 26-year-old on the run after police say he fled Paris Friday night, abandoning the 2 cars he had rented, then making a run for his native Belgium, driving a 3rd car with 2 other passengers. Police stopped them at a roadblock Saturday, but inexplicably let them go, and they made it across the border. Those 2 passengers now under arrest and charged. Authorities have identified this man, Abdelhamid Abaoud, as the mastermind of the Paris massacre. His plan included having one of the attackers blend in among the tens of thousands of Syrian refugees to sneak his way into Paris. Fears of another deadly ruse have governors of 25 states resisting President Obama's plan to resettle up to 10,000 Syrians in the U.S.
Slamming the door in their faces would be a betrayal of our values.
And ISIS on Friday leveled a specific threat against the nation's capital, swearing that we will strike America at its center in Washington.
Their agenda is to kill, pure and simple.
In Paris, President Francois Hollande led his nation in a moment of silence. Tonight, the Eiffel Tower glowed with the colors of the French flag for the first time since Friday.
The French president has declared that France is now at war with ISIS, dramatically increasing airstrikes and bombing targets in Syria. Elizabeth Hur, ABC News, New York. Back to you.
All right, Elizabeth, thank you. Again, one of those attackers in Paris came from Syria, posing as a refugee, traveling on a doctored passport. Tonight, at least 24 states say they are not going to accept Syrian immigrants here in the U.S. Only 6 states say they will, and Connecticut is one of those 6. News 8's Jackie Slater joins us live in studio tonight with some mixed responses. Jackie?
Yeah, Darren, as of 9 o'clock tonight, 24 governors saying they don't want to let Syrian refugees into their states. You can see on the map behind me, those states are in orange now, close to us. Massachusetts and New Hampshire are among them. Some of them saying more time and information is needed to decide the best course of action. 6 states saying yes, Connecticut's one of them, and that decision is being questioned by many.
Should we let them in? Federal immigration law says governors can't make that call, but that isn't stopping many from saying no.
I wouldn't want to be the governor right now, but I think we need to err on the side of caution. You know, we need to think about that, you know.
Today, Governor Dannel Malloy said Connecticut will welcome Syrian refugees that have been granted asylum.
We have an obligation as Americans to do our part in those situations, but do it at a very high standard with a very a good background system.
The governor echoes the sentiments of President Obama, who called it un-American to slam a door in the face of those escaping war. Many people we talked to in person agreed.
We were all refugees. We were all immigrants. I hope Connecticut can make itself proud and not go the way of Massachusetts.
I think it'd be a disgraceful act of cowardice to carry on like certain other governors are, refusing to take people in. It'd make you ashamed to be an American.
But online, it's a different story. On the News 8 Facebook page, Chris Santopietro said, disagree. The possibility terrorists mixing in with the refugees is high. The government has proven itself to be incapable of protecting us. Greg Boyven said, sorry, Dano, we really don't have an obligation to take them in. Times have changed. And Mark Ridey said, although I feel bad for the refugees and what the terrorists have done, I too believe we should not allow the refugees here in Connecticut. The Integrated Refugee and Immigrant Services in New Haven says turning them away is not the answer.
No one who has come through the refugee resettlement program and has been vetted by the Department of Homeland Security has ever conducted a terrorist act here.
But for many, the uncertainty is just too much.
It's a hard call because, you know, America is, we're all here from another country, you know, and it's just a hard call.
On our website, we asked if people disagreed or agree with the governor's decision. Right now, about 87% of people say no, they don't agree. Only 13% saying they do. There's still time for you to weigh in on this one. You can go to WTNH.com to vote. Back to you guys.
All right, Jackie, thanks. New at 11 tonight, there was a gathering at Yale tonight to remember the victims of the Paris attacks. About 100 students and staff gathered near the Sterling Library on campus in New Haven tonight with electronic candles there to honor the victims. Organizers say their thoughts and prayers reach far beyond Paris to all countries wounded by ISIS. About 10% of Yale undergrads come from other countries.
Also new at 11 o'clock tonight, heightened security nationwide after those attacks. Take a look. This is a map of where those attacks took place in Paris, a concert hall, restaurants, a soccer stadium, all places that were packed, but not places that are typically attacked that we've seen before, like an airport or even a national monument. With big games this weekend, with Yale taking on Harvard, UConn taking on Houston, school officials say they are taking no chances. News 8's Bob Wilson joins us live tonight. He's outside the XL Center in Hartford, where this weekend you can imagine there's going to be extra security. Bob?
Yeah, you know what? UConn. This is men and women play here. The hockey team plays here. The Wolfpack plays here. There are a lot of teams going in and out. Concerts here at the XL Center. And it's a different story because they're inside. It's easier to keep it contained. Security is easier. But at a UConn football game at Rentschler Field, that's a whole nother story. People are out in the open tailgating, and that's open season. The terror targets in Paris, restaurants, a concert hall, the soccer match. Innocent, unarmed people out for a good time on a Friday night. Terror experts here in Connecticut say soft targets are much easier and effective and much more devastating to the psyche. And here in Connecticut, our sporting events are some of the biggest targets. This weekend, the Yale-Harvard football game is going to look different with more security in and outside the stadium. The head of Homeland Security here in Connecticut says the soft targets themselves will be the first line of defense, and she encourages everyone to stay alert.
We encourage the public whenever they see something that they think is noteworthy to be sure to use our tip line or any of the other tip lines that are available.
UConn football is also playing at home, also a soft target. Rentschler Field will be under the microscope, which starts in the parking lot as soon as fans drive through the gates.
Additional measures were put in place immediately upon hearing of the tragedy in Paris.
So there will be added security out in the parking lot where the tailgaters are most vulnerable. There'll be some security you can see, other security you might not see. They don't want to discuss exact numbers. However, once you go to get into the stadium, you come here to the gates, and as you go through, they're going to be checking bag size. They're only allowing small bags into the stadium. And they're also going to be doing soft pat downs and asking people to unzip and look inside their jackets just to be sure.
Out an abundance of caution, we're at the ready to take additional steps.
The problem with protecting soft targets is there are so many of them, and they're vulnerable out in the open. And the head of Homeland Security wants to make sure to point out there has been no direct threat against Connecticut. This is only precaution, and they'll make sure to see this all the way through. I'm Bob Wilson, reporting live Hartford here at the XL Center, News 8.
All right, Bob, thanks for that report tonight. Of course, we are not the only ones with heightened security. The entire country is adding extra forces. In New York City, the NYPD has beefed up security and staffing, including there at the French consulate. They've also deployed their officers that get intensive counterterrorism training. Mayor Bill de Blasio says they'll also be keeping a close watch on major areas like stadiums.
Take a look at this, too. Worldwide, famous monuments and landmarks have been lit up to show solidarity with France. They're all in the blue, white, and red, the colors of the French flag.
Well, you can see San Francisco International Airport, Wembley Stadium, the London Eye Ferris wheel, the Shanghai World Expo, the Sydney Opera House, even landmarks in Norway, Brazil, and Poland. The support is really amazing. We're going to have continuing coverage on the Paris attacks right here on News 8. You can always get the latest online and there on our website at WTNH.com.
New developments tonight in the murder of a Simsbury mother. Tonight, the road where her body was found a year ago is closed off again as police, along with the FBI, are out there looking for more clues. Iron Horse Boulevard and Rotary Park were shut down this morning. It's all in connection with the investigation into the death of Melissa Millen, an insurance executive at Mass Mutual. She was killed along a popular running trail. So far, no arrests have been made. There are also new developments tonight in the case against the East Haven woman who police say murdered her own children. LaRoya Moore pled not guilty today. The 36-year-old accused of giving her 6-year-old daughter, Alicia, and her 7-year-old son, Darren, a lethal dose of a drug similar to Benadryl. She'll be back in court next month.
It was an absolutely gorgeous day today and warm, but we've got some rain to talk about coming up in our forecast. Let's get the latest from Fred Campanius. When are we going to see that rain?
Not until later this week. We have a few more dry days ahead of us, or at least mainly dry days. More sunshine tomorrow. Not going to feel like it did, though, today. Here's a live look at New Haven right now, and it's cooling down out there. The temperature is down to 48 right now in New Haven, so not terribly cold, but we're noticing a northeast breeze which is developing. And if we look to the northeast, that's where we have some of the colder weather right now. 43 for Windsor Locks, 43 for Willimantic, and only 39 for Putnam. So it is going to continue getting cooler overnight. Here is that wind between about 7 and 14 right now, so a slight wind chill with the cooler weather too for us overnight. Skies, though, are still clear. Tomorrow morning, the temperature will be in the low to mid 30s, low 30s inland at 6 o'clock in the morning, around 32, mid 30s at the shoreline. By 9 in the morning, about 40 to 43. Lots of blue sky, mostly sunny skies at noontime. The temperature at the shoreline around 49, about 47 inland. Today, we made it up into the mid 60s. Not going to see that tomorrow. We enjoy sunshine tomorrow. Clouds roll in on Wednesday. The storm system that's going to bring rain is already on the map. I'll let you know when it will bring those showers coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Fred, thank you. A big announcement from Charlie Sheen, what he's expected to reveal tomorrow morning about his personal life. That's next, right here on News 8 at 11.
Also, the FBI director spending the night in New Haven, saying the Elm City is a role model for other cities around the country. We'll tell you why.
Also, hundreds protest at UConn after a hurtful message is found written on a dorm room door. Hear from the man who says that message was meant for him.
Also, exclusive video of a carjacking in Hamden, how police say they tracked him down all the way in Fairfield. We'll be back here in less than 2 minutes. New tonight, the FBI director says the city of New Haven is a model for police-minority relations. Community groups and law enforcement met tonight in an effort to build bridges. The director, James Comey, praised New Haven, saying the Elm City is setting examples for the other cities.
And I think New Haven offers hope, I believe, and inspiration, given the nature of the law enforcement leadership you have, not just in this city, but in the great state of Connecticut, at all levels, and the community involvement and the community leadership you have in this area, in this great state.
Just last week, hundreds of Yale students rallied after being fed up at how the university handled recent racially charged incidents.
Exclusive video tonight of a carjacking that led to a police chase. Take a look at this. It started in Hamden, ended up in Fairfield. Police say they got the guy, all because the woman's cell phone was left inside. Then police were able to use the GPS to track it down. 22-year-old Jaron Jenkins was arrested hours later. He's now facing a list of charges. New information from Glastonbury tonight, where that massive factory fire has now been ruled accidental. It happened last week in a building there on Roaring Brook Drive. Officials had to evacuate everyone in that neighborhood because of a poor air quality. They were worried about the air there. It's still not clear what sparked that blaze, but officials are saying tonight it was an accident. It's going to be a while before they determine the cause, though.
Don't treat me like a terrorist. So because I didn't deserve that. Thank you so much.
Developing from UConn campus tonight, an investigation into a hate message. It was written there on a dorm room door. There you see it right there. Hundreds rallied in support today of Mahmoud Hashim. It all happened earlier today after he says that someone wrote "Killed Paris" under his name on the door. You saw that sign earlier. Well, those two little words leading to a massive demonstration against discrimination and intolerance. Organizers hope that rally will also lead to real change through education.
I would love UConn, like, moving forward, to have some sort of tolerance workshop or like program for incoming students.
News 8 asked Muslim students if they feel safe on campus, and all of them said they don't feel any less safe at UConn than they do anywhere else in America.
Your light bill is going up. Electric rates in the state going up January 1st for Eversource and United Illuminating customers. But even though prices are going up, you're still saving compared to last year. If you're a UI customer, you'll be paying 20% less than last year. If you're with Eversource, you're about 24% less. Experts say the savings boil down to a more mild winter.
When you compare what customers were paying last year for electricity, which was an all-time high of 12.63 cents, compared to what they'll pay this winter, which is 9.56 cents, there'll be a significant savings for customers.
For the best rates, electric rates, you can shop around. You can do it right on our website. Just go to WTNH.com. There's a calculator there where you can compare energy suppliers and find out how much your bill will be.
Sturgeon Meat senior meteorologist Fred Companion joins us now. And for November, we've had a pretty fantastic month so far.
True.
It's been so nice and warm.
We really have. The first half of the month, the warmest that we've seen at Bradley, at Windsor Locks, since 1994.
Wow.
So it's been pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
Third warmest since 1949. Now we're taking a live look at New London, and it's a quiet evening. It is turning cooler out there, though, after these high temperatures today that were way, way up there. Mid-60s, just about across the board, including 64 for New London. Now the temperature down to 45, even colder up in the quiet corner, 39 Putnam, and that's where our weather is coming from. So you can see it's just a little bit milder, 48 New Haven. It was still around 50 for Bridgeport, but with a northeasterly wind bringing in that cooler air. Look for the temperature by dawn to be between about 32 inland and about 37 or so at the shoreline. Keeping clear skies for tomorrow. Slow moving system cutting through the nation's midsection right now, bringing another snow event to the Rockies, including near Denver. And more severe weather, Kansas, Texas, tornadoes tonight. This is a slow-moving system. It won't get here really until Thursday night with some rain coming through. Looks like we might get a decent soaking from that, and we could certainly use it as we've seen such dry weather for the most part for the last several months. Let's go hour by hour through the forecast for the next few days and see what's going on. Early tomorrow morning, temperatures in the low to mid 30s. Then tomorrow afternoon, sunny like today was, just not as warm. Temperature topping out at about 50 degrees. A northeasterly breeze for us tomorrow, shifting into the east at about 10 miles per hour. Temperatures tomorrow night, low to mid 30s. Some clouds beginning to stream in early Wednesday, and by Wednesday late, it'll probably be mostly cloudy. Temperatures getting up to right around 50 again on Wednesday. Not cool Wednesday night into Thursday, with the wind coming in out of the southeast. Could get somewhat damp along the shoreline on Thursday with some patchy drizzle and mist possible. Temperatures will slowly climb inland into the mid to upper 50s on Thursday. Starting to see those first showers early Thursday off to our west. They're going to take their time, though, moving east during the day on Thursday. Might hold off until after dark. Probably more likely moving in mid to late afternoon. For tomorrow, lots of sunshine, a noticeably cooler feel, though, with the temperature right around 50, both shoreline and inland locations with the northeast to east wind. Here's a look at the weekend forecast. Some uncertainty with it. Feel better about the forecast for Saturday, at least the confidence level of the actual forecast. 48 degrees with the blend of clouds and sunshine. Sunday might have to make it a little bit cooler, possibly throw some rain and snow showers into the mix. Gil will have the latest on that. A lot of information coming in tonight, and Gil will have the latest on that first thing in the morning on Good Morning Connecticut. Here's a look at the 8-day forecast. So the rain comes with milder weather on Thursday and Friday. Best chance of rain is actually Thursday night and early Friday. Saturday and Sunday cooler, same deal on Monday with highs only in the mid 40s, and pretty chilly inland as well this weekend into early next week. Only about 45 on Monday with mostly cloudy skies. Have you checked out our weather only website, WXEdge.com? If you go on it right now, there's a cool video of a rare California tornado that took place today in California. Actually, might have taken place yesterday. And there it is. I mean, the video is awesome and extremely rare. Actually, Kevin Arnone did some research, and he lets you know just how rare it is to see tornadoes in California. It's one of those states where you just don't see them that often, and the video of this one is really pretty spectacular.
It is wild, yeah.
It did some significant damage there, too. Yeah. All right, thanks, Fred.
Thanks, Fred.
Yep.
Hey, listen, News 8's Great Holiday Give is in full swing right now. You know the deal. We're collecting new unused toys for kids in need for the holiday season. We got a little competition between the weather team and the news team.
You're going down, Fred.
That's right.
We're coming back.
It's over.
We're coming back.
It's
not over yet. It's early yet.
When you drop off your stuff, there's two boxes. There's a news box and a weather box. We have a little fun competition, and you can help out the kids this holiday season.
Of course, it's all about the kids.
All the info's on the website, WTNH.com.
Well, there's a major announcement expected from troubled television star Charlie Sheen. Tomorrow morning, what personal information he's expected to tell the whole world. That's next at 11.
Also, the UConn women starting the season off with a bang. We got highlights from their opener coming up next in sports.